Hello again. Good morning, everyone. It's morning as I'm recording this. I'm not sure if it's morning where you are, where you're watching, but I wanted to welcome you all back to Little K Artistry. I'm Little K, and if you've been following along any of my videos, you'll remember that I have been having some issues with some irritating contact dermatitis on my hands from back about a month ago now. I was using some hand sanitizer on my hands and I used it for too long and apparently it irritated my skin. I got a little bit of eczema or something and that got irritated even more and got really worse. I ended up having blisters on my hands. So I'm still babying my hands a little bit. So I've got the Michael Jackson gloves going on. Just a little bit longer. So I do wear these underneath my plastic gloves. And what that does is it just kind of helps to absorb any moisture, sweat, or anything from your hand, keeps your hands dry. They're just cotton gloves. And then I put the latex, these are nitrile. I don't wear latex gloves, put nitrile gloves on over them, and then there you go. It's all good. So I'm still doing that. But anyway, moving on to the painting, because that's what you're all here for. Again, I want to welcome everyone. If you're new to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing. At least I hope that you did. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I don't have the words to describe how amazing this has been. Watching the growth, we're almost at, I think, 1,700 subscribers now. And I don't even know how that's happening, but thank you all so much. I do want to start this video. It's been a little while since I've done a shout out from all the states and countries that are watching from all around the world. And I thank you and I appreciate you all so much. So I'm going to start with the countries. We have a whole bunch of countries. And I'm going to list you out. If you don't hear your country and you're watching from another country other than the US, which is where I am, please comment. Let me know where you're coming from, where you're watching from, or even if your country is listed, give me a shout out anyway, because I love hearing from all of you. So we have subscribers from Argentina and Australia, Belgium and Brazil, Canada and Costa Rica, England now, woohoo, welcome England, France, Germany, Holland, Hungary, India, Israel, Italy, Jordan, the Netherlands, North Wales, Norway, Scotland, Sicily, Slovenia, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, and the UAE. So welcome all around the world. Again, if you did not hear your country listed, please give a shout out in the comments. I'll add you to the list and I'll give you a shout out next time. And then from the good old USA, we have Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, and Arkansas, California, Colorado, and Connecticut. We also have Delaware and Florida, Georgia, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, and Iowa. Indiana is where my best friend is from. We also have subscribers from Kansas, Louisiana, and Maine. That's my home state. I live in central Maine, just outside of Bangor. It is pronounced Bangor. It's not Bangor. So welcome all you maniacs. We also have Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, and Montana, New Hampshire, which is where my son is. And we have New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, also North Carolina and North Dakota. And I believe we also have Nebraska, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, which is way over on the other coast, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. So welcome everyone. Again, if you did not hear your state called out, or if you don't see it in the list with the information to this video, please give me a shout out. Let me know from where in the world you are watching or from where in the country you're watching, and I'll give you a shout out next time. I am very excited to do this pour today. This is one of my super duper special round curved edge canvases. I love these. These are, they're very hard to find, so I don't have very many of them, and I only use them for very special pieces, and today is a very special pour. If you have not seen my canvas prep video, that's number 91. This canvas is prepped the way I prep the back of my canvases. It is triple gessoed, so I don't have to do anything to the front. But if you want to go back to video number 91, you can see and watch how I prep the back of my canvases. I know a number of you, several actually now, have asked me Why don't you put pins in the back of your canvas to hold it up off the spinner? Or why don't you tape the back of your canvas? Or, because you'll see there's nothing, it's just the canvas, and then I sealed it. I've gone back and forth with this, and I've settled on the way that I do this currently. No, I don't do anything to the back of my canvas, and no, I don't lift it up off of the spinner. The reason for that is when someone purchases a Little K original, I want them to know that it is in fact something that I put my hands on. It is not a print. It is not a manufactured. It's not something you purchase in the store. It is 100% original, and it is a one of a kind. The way I am able to show them that is because they see my handprints and the paint on the back of the canvas. They also see my signature. So those are my reasons for doing that. The other kind of, on a side note, these pictures are hung on the wall, so the back isn't seen. So I really don't care what the back looks like. Most people don't either. I do sign the back, and I do, like I said, I do prep the back of the canvas, but that is all that I do. I want people to see it's authentic. This is something that I put a little piece of myself into, because I do that with every painting. Some of what I'm feeling, some of my emotions, my thoughts, the love that I have for this style of art is in every canvas. And so I want people to know that. So that's an answer to that question. I wanted to make sure I did that. And if you have any other questions, feel free, drop them in the comments below. My spinner, I made this, and the DIY video is number 89. If you would like to go back and look at that, very easy to do. This is my original spinner. I've been using it for well over a year now. It still works great. I still love it. And you can see it spins completely silently, unlike the other two that I have, which are a little louder. Okay, what am I going to do today? You guys, I'm very excited about this. This is my final test of the Little K cloud pour. If you go back to video 65, you can see my foggy pour mix. That mix is meant to mix the white cloud, the white foggy mix is meant to mix with your colors on your canvas to make it more of a fog and less of a crisp cloud. I have been following a number of artists on Instagram for over a year. One of them in particular, and I'm not going to mention it until I see that this works. If this works, I'm going to give her a massive shout out and let you know where she's been inspiring me for over a year. And because she lives in another country, I'm not able to get the ingredients that she uses in her cloud pours. So I have been trying so hard for over a year to do something, like to just pay her homage, to let her know how much I so appreciate her. I've been trying to somehow make anything that even remotely looks like the incredibly stunning work that she does. And I've not been able to do it until now. I think I can. So the reason that this is a test for me is because I'm using very dark colors. I'll tell you what my color palette is. I'm using some very dark colors, and I'm going for a very specific look. So if you all are still watching and hanging in there with me, say a prayer, consult your crystals, whatever you gotta do. I personally pray, whatever you do, send some good vibes, because I really want this to work so badly. And I'm hoping that it does. So I am going to prep this canvas really quickly first by adding just a little bit of liquid to it. You'll see also in my last video, this is just Flow Aid and water, and it is Liquitex Flow Aid. I'll show you the bottle. This is Liquitex Flow Aid, and I mix it just the way it says to on the bottle, which is 1 part Liquitex Flow Aid and 20 parts of water. You'll see if you watch some of my videos from before, I use this a lot. And the main reason why I'm using it on this type of pour is because I don't want to have to put paint down. And you really do need something on your canvas to make it slippery, so that the paint, once you get your colors on there and you get the composition the way that you want it, your paints will move when you start to tilt or spin. And if you have a dry canvas, that won't happen. Previously, I have been just putting down a layer of paint. And that's fine. If you want to do that, that works just great. For me personally, I'm trying to find ways that don't waste my materials. And I'm trying to share those ideas with you all because I imagine there's some people out there who feel the same way I do. And you also don't want to waste your materials for the purposes of your wallet, the environment, whatever. So that is why I do that instead of a layer of paint. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start layering my cup. I'm going to do this in a very specific way because I'm trying to get a very specific look on my canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in, this is my cloud, all of these paints are mixed with my cloud mix. There is a base mix that I put all of my colors in, and then there are a few extra things that I add to the white, and I'll tell you about that in just a minute. So I'm going to put a little bit of yellow in the bottom, and that is my Naples yellow from Amsterdam. And then I'm putting blue on top of yellow. I'm going to put a little bit of this lighter shade of blue, and that is Amsterdam's Brilliant Blue. And then I'm going to put a little bit of this darker bluish color, and that is Amsterdam's Greenish Blue. Okay, then this is where it gets a little scary. I'm going to put black in this mixture. It's a little scary. I'm going to put a little bit of black in there, and that is, again, this is Amsterdam, and this is, I believe, is it oxide black? Yes, that's Amsterdam's oxide black. Okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of my cloudy mix in there. Not very much, just a tiny bit, and I'm going to drizzle it down the side. And you'll notice these colors are quite thick. And there's a reason for that. I want the lines to stay pure. Okay, then I'm going to go back down again with the same colors. Only this time, I'm going to add one more color after the black. And that is my purple. And I want to say, hold on one second. I didn't bring the color over. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hang with me. Also in Amsterdam, this is a tube color. And this is Permanent Blue Violet. Okay. Oops. And then I'm going to go back to a little bit of cloudy mixture. I'm going to tell you what's in this white in just a second. I'll put a little bit more of that cloudy mix in there. I don't want very much because I want this to be a darker, I want this pour to be darker. There's the yellow. There's the blue. And there's the greenish blue. Again with the oxide black. Tiny bit of that purple. Okay, now what do I want to do here? I think I just want the darker colors on the outside edge. So you all know if you've done a layered pour like this, the last colors that you put on in your cup are the last colors, they're the first colors on your canvas, but they make up the outside edge of your painting. And the last color, the first colors that you put in, typically end up in the middle, in the very center of your painting. Okay. Moment of truth, y'all. Oh, phew. I am so nervous. Okay, I want to tell you also, before I get going here, what's in the white. My white cloudy mix is my cloudy base that I put all the other ones in. And it has, for the white paint, it's the Artist Loft Soft Bodied White. And then just a little bit of the satin enamel, just to make it satin. Okay, you guys. Here goes nothing. Or everything. Oh, so nervous. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now you can breathe again. Oh, I always forget I was holding my breath. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to pop the bubbles, and I'm really hoping, I'm optimistic that this is going to do what I want it to do. It's a little bit lighter than I wanted, so next time I will definitely put less of that cloud mixture in, but it's doing mostly what I was expecting that it was going to do, and I'm super happy. I cannot wait, but I have to wait because I want some more of those bubbles to dissipate. I do have to refill my butane. Oh, this is one thing I do put the link to my torch in the information for the video. And I think the refill, it's these. These are just the little containers of refill that I get that go with my torch. You can also get those right online, unless you have a local place that sells it. I don't have a local place here, or I haven't found one yet. I just want that center to be a little bit more in the center. I'm worried that when I start spinning it out, this is all going to spin off and that won't make the edges. So when I start spinning, I might have to scoot the canvas over this way a little bit. This tiny bit this way. See how smoothly it's sliding down the canvas, and I'm not losing any of the design. what would happen if I was sliding on a dry canvas, if you've done this kind of work before, if you're sliding on a dry canvas, the edge just keeps rolling under itself because the outside edge of the wet paint on the dry canvas, that little bit of paint just keeps sticking to the canvas, so you lose, it kind of rolls over itself. But if you'll notice, those lines, as I'm stretching it, those lines are staying intact because it's not, the design isn't rolling over itself. So that's really good. That's just what I want to see. What I'm trying to do with the tilting of this is I don't want a perfect spiral this time. I want it to be a little bit more interesting. See, I love how it just slides. Like, don't you love that? If I could give you one piece of advice for this style anyway, and for a lot of my paintings, I use that flow aid and water instead of a base coat for a lot of my paintings. If I don't need a base coat to show through, then I will typically use the flow aid, just because, I mean, see the whole thing is shifting. See that line there? And my design isn't rolling over itself. That's that flow aid making it, oh, this is pretty, you guys. I just stopped to actually look and I was like, ooh. Oh my goodness. Oh my. So I think when I start to spin it and stretch it, I'm going to try and leave most of this on the canvas because I love that purple and black together. And I'm going to try and stretch off a little bit more of these clouds just because I want it to be I want the painting to be a little bit darker. But I'm going to leave it the way it is for right now. Definitely less cloud, less of the white. Next time. And oh, trust me, there will be a next time. I'm gonna be, oh, you guys, this is making my brain go wonky. I can't even tell you. This is so, this is the closest I have come yet to what I am trying to achieve. Yeah. Okay, I'm just letting it kind of stew a little bit here, and then I'm going to spin once just to kind of see where I am with the design. Oh my. Not quite enough of the black is showing, so I was trying to be a little light-handed with the black because I was worried that it would darken the painting up too much. So more black, less white next time. And you'll see as I'm spinning, it's still sliding because of that flow aid. I just love that product. And I have to give my mentor, Rinska Downier, credit for that. I had never even heard of flow aid until she mentioned that that's when she does her intuitive botanical paintings. She uses flow aid on her canvas as well before she puts her paints down. And that's how she's able to blend the paints on the canvas. Oh my word, you guys, what are you... Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm so emotional right now. I cannot even explain to you this journey that I have been on ever since I found this beautiful gal's Instagram page, and I am going to tell you who she is. You have got to go. This is nothing. I mean, I'm looking at this going, oh, this is really pretty. This is nothing compared to her work. Her paintings are gloriously stunning. She lives in Germany. And if I can find a link, if I can get a link, I will attach. Oh my word, you guys. Oh. Okay, I'm not gonna cry, I promise. I was gonna stretch this off, but I don't want to stretch any of it off because it's all so pretty. I don't want to stretch any of it. But what I'm trying to do, you'll see it's not a perfect spiral anymore. I'm doing that deliberately. I'm trying to distort it a little bit because I think it really makes the composition much more interesting. There are some, the last one I did was a perfect spiral and I didn't do anything to it. I didn't want to mess with it. But this one, I just feel like I want it to be a little more, you know, a little more interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and tilt that way, get a little bit of that white canvas covered. And then I think I'll spin. And I also think next time I need to sandwich the black in between the two darker shades a little bit more than I did, because it is mixing a little bit with my cloud mixture and it's making a little bit of gray, which is okay, but I definitely wanted more of the black. Okay, so I'm gonna just spin this. I'm going to take a tiny bit of this color though, just because I want to make sure that this does in fact spin off, because I want that white canvas to be covered. Okay, now let me just spin this real quick, just a little bit. I want to make certain that you guys, I can't even tell you what this feels like right now. This feels like, what is this? This feels like an incredible success. That's what this feels like. And I can't even, I'm so emotional right now. It has been a year. This has been, and I messaged her and I asked her, I said, would you be willing to share what, and like, she's an absolute darling. She messaged me, and I'm still messaging her, and I share with her every picture that I do, and she's such a sweetheart. And I asked her, would you be willing to share what you use? Because some artists don't want to. I mean, it's kind of their trade secret, which is fine. I'm fine with that. If you don't want to share, that's okay. I'm not gonna think worse of you. It's your thing, especially if you're making money at it. You don't want to tell people everything that's in it. That's okay. I'm fine with that. But so I said, if you wouldn't, would you mind? And she said, she just messaged back this great long paragraph of everything that she uses. And unfortunately, because she's in Germany, some of the ingredients I can't get. I literally can't get them because I live in the US. If you're in Germany, you can get them, which is awesome. For those of you who are watching from Germany, when I tell you who she is, I mean, message me if you want her exact mix, or message her. And I know she would gladly give it to you because she gladly gave it to me. You guys, this is the closest that I have come. And I'm getting all verklempt. I'm so incredibly grateful right now. I can't even tell you. Oh, I can't even tell you. If you have ever experienced working so hard for something and taking so long and being so frustrated for so long because you can't get it to work, and then one Sunday you get up. Actually, the mix came to me last night, and my first test was that last one that I just posted with the purple and the blues. Guys, I can't even talk. I'm so overcome. I know some of you are watching and you're going, why is she so emotional? She's just painting. This is not just paint for me. This has been a quest. This has been a mission. This has been an adventure. And if you know my story, you know that this is my therapy. Art is my therapy. And to be able to make this happen is just, I'm beyond grateful. I'm going to pop a few more of these bubbles, because I know as I do, there's more little tiny clouds that are going to form, and that's fine. That's mostly because I mixed these colors today, and I'm using them today. I've got all the bubbles, and I'm fine with that. I love the tiny little bubbles, because as this cures and dries and spreads a little bit, those bubbles will get even bigger, and they'll turn into all these teeny tiny little clouds that you're seeing. So, okay. So, I can't even talk. My inspiration, it's pouring Bettina. If you can find pouring Bettina on Instagram, and if I can find a link that I will share it with this information, go and follow her on Instagram. I'm not sure if she has a YouTube page or not. I haven't been able to find her yet. She is the most talented as far as this type of art goes. Her work will make you cry. It is so beautiful. This is and again, this is not even, this is nowhere near what she does. But this is the closest that I have been able to come. And I'm going to take a picture of this and send it to Bettina, because she's got to see this. I am beyond, I have no words. Guys, I don't have a word. Happy, elated, ecstatic, blessed, honored, humbled, grateful, thankful. Maybe those words don't even touch it. Those words don't even come close to what I'm feeling. Elation, maybe that might be pretty close. So I can tell you that all these teeny tiny little bubbles would not be here if I had let the mixture rest, but I was so excited I could not wait. So next time I'll let them rest overnight. The mixture does fine overnight. I mixed these and did a painting yesterday evening, and I put them in these little cups, and I left them overnight, and they're still perfectly fine. So that's what I will do. I will leave these colors, all these colors, and I will do another tomorrow, guys. Oh, I'm having trouble putting words together. Oh, I'm just so happy. I wish you could be in my brain right now. It's like it's firing on. It's like my brain is going. Okay, now I'm babbling. Okay, shut up, Kristen. All right, I'm gonna go back behind the camera a little bit and just see if I can zoom in a tiny bit. Please comment and let me know. I am going to share this. I know you guys are like, when? Because I keep saying I'm going to share it. I am going to share all of these mixes, I swear to you. I'm trying to make sure that I test them all so that I can affirm that you will get the same results that I'm getting if you do what is in the mixture, and it will come out exactly as you want it to. Because I've had it happen before that I've asked people for their mix and I've done it and I can't get it to look the way that theirs does. So let me come back. I just want to see what the composition. Oh man, that is so pretty, you guys. I like this. Okay. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit on this. I apologize for the rattling. That's the little stand that I'm using. I'm going to just shrink it down a little bit. Okay. I'm going to zoom in. So you can see all those little speckles, especially like over there in the purple, in that area right there. So there's some little white speckles of the cloud, and that's just because there were bubbles in the paints. But what do you guys think of this? I'm going to do another. Less cloud, more black. But I love how this came out, you guys. Oh, almost looks like a little embryo in the middle. That almost looks like, oh wow. Okay, that's really neat. I'm just seeing that now. What do you all think? Please comment. Please comment and let me know what you think. I think it is absolutely the closest so far that I have been able to come to Bettina's work. It is not her mix because I couldn't get her ingredients. It is my mix, but I've been testing these. I've been testing all different kinds of ingredients. There is some, not a lot, There is some US Floetrol in this mix. There is no silicone. There's no hair oil, nothing like that. When I release what this is, I will tell you all of the products that are in it and where I got them all. If this is something that you would like to also create and experience, then I will be releasing my mixes. I'm going to do them one at a time over the next several weeks. Okay, I look forward to your comments. If you're still watching, thank you so much. I apologize, I got a little emotional there. This has been a very long journey for me, and to get this close, I told you how I feel. So ecstatic doesn't even cover it. I'm gonna see if I can link Bettina's Instagram to this video. If I can't, it's Pouring Bettina. If you can't find her, message me or post a comment, and I'll try very hard to put you in touch with her on Instagram, at least so that you can follow her Instagram page. She's just a lovely woman and makes the most incredible, jaw-dropping, beautiful art. Oh, wow. Okay. So thank you very much. Wherever you are in the world watching, I appreciate you. I want you to know that. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you for all the comments and the suggestions and the support and the encouragement and just being the beautiful humans that you are. If you have not subscribed yet, please do. I thank you so much. And again, this is little Kay, just saying, go make the art. Have a beautiful day.